Okay, let me tell you about the worst day I had at school. Like, this actually happened, and I'm still mad about it. So, I was just sitting in math class, right? Minding my own business. Kinda pretending to take notes when Mrs. Jenkins, the meanest teacher in the school, stomps in. Like, seriously, she stomps everywhere, like she's in some kind of wrestling match. She looks around the room all dramatic and goes,
All right, class, quiz time.
Everyone groans. I mean, who just drops a pop quiz like that? And I'm like, bro, I didn't even bring a pencil. Mrs. Jenkins rolls her eyes and tosses me a pencil from her desk. It's one of those tiny, chewed up ones. I was like, seriously? But I didn't want to start a war with her, so I just used it. Okay, so halfway through the quiz, I'm sitting there stressing out because I don't know any of these questions. Like, who even uses fractions in real life? Suddenly, my pencil just snaps in half. Mrs. Jenkins, I whisper. She glares at me like I just insulted her entire family.
What?
My pencil broke. She rolls her eyes again. Classic Mrs. Jenkins move and says,
Well, you should have been prepared.
Like, lady, you gave me this trash pencil. But wait, it gets worse. I tried to borrow a pencil from the kid next to me, but Mrs. Jenkins goes,
No talking.
I'm like, how am I supposed to finish the quiz? She just shrugs and says,
Figure it out.
So I start writing with half of the pencil. And it looks like I'm trying to perform surgery on the pencil. Everyone's staring at me, and I can feel my face turning red. Then, out of nowhere, my stomach growls super loud. Like I'm talking dinosaur loud. Everyone starts laughing, and Mrs. Jenkins snaps.
Quiet.
She glares at me and says,
Detention.
And I'm like, IT was my stomach. For what? Having a stomach. Anyway, I spent the rest of the day in detention, where I had to listen to Mrs. Jenkins rant about kids these days, while my stomach kept growling. Moral of the story, don't trust Mrs. Jenkins or her crusty pencils. How's that?